Hi, everybody, from my office here on the Rancho campus. Welcome to week 4. At the end of this week, we'll be just about a quarter of the way through the course, which is great. Good work. This is, though, a very busy week with lots of heavy lifting, I'm afraid. But it's fun, right? English is so fun. Anyway, so the big thing is your essay is due at the end of the week. You'll be submitting it through the Turnitin link, which checks the paper for overlaps of sources that appear in the Turnitin database, which is vast. If you've quoted anything in your essay, it'll come up. If you've quoted it correctly, that's not a problem. But what Turnitin really does is help to check for plagiarism, which I'm not expecting. But it's still helpful to kind of see, oh, look, okay, there's the quoted material. Did I quote it correctly? Yes, I did. Great. And you'll be able to see your own report on Turnitin. So that the essay is technically due Sunday, the end of the week, when everything usually is due for the end of the week. However, you get an extension until Monday. So if you need a further extension, just let me know. You do have a peer review activity. Read the instructions on the peer review carefully. The first part of the peer review is posting your draft. I believe that's done. It has to be done by Tuesday, then posting the reviews. And so there are midweek deadlines for that activity. So make sure you read through those instructions carefully and you don't miss a deadline. All of the peer reviews in the course are going to be worth a total of 50 points or 5% of your grade. And sometimes I get students who are a little resistant to peer reviews. They say, well, Leona, yours is really the only feedback I care about. You're giving me my grade, which is honest. And what I tell those students is that with peer reviews, yes, it can be helpful and valuable to get the feedback of your peers. I would never say that it wasn't. But what I'm most interested in having you do for a peer review is to review someone else's work. I think when you have to read and review another writer's work critically, that improves your own writing almost better than anything else. So as you're doing your peer reviews, remember that it's your work as a reviewer that I'm most interested in, not necessarily the reviews you're getting, if that makes sense. Okay, you also have a reading journal assignment this week. You're going to be annotating a text. This week we're reading about reading strategies. We might be talking about reading strategies. We will be talking about reading strategies a little bit later on in the course, particularly as we go into the next essay, which will be starting next week. Let's see, have I covered everything? Of course, there's a quiz, 3 questions, 5 points. Pretty straightforward, open book, of course, 2 attempts you get to take it. Oh, the final thing. You have your online or in-person First Success Center requirement due Friday. Something to know about the COW, the Chafee Online Writing Center, is that they usually cut the deadline, they cut off the deadline to submit a DLA on Friday afternoon. During the summer, I believe it was at 3 p.m. So please don't procrastinate on that if you can help it. If you run into any problems, let me know. But I'll be scoring those points next week. So several of you have already completed the activity. Great, good for you, thank you. Others of you have decided that you'd rather fulfill the requirement in person. That's absolutely fine with me. You just need to make sure that you take a picture of the stamp page of the activity that you did and email it to me, and I put that in a folder and we'll score your points next week for that activity. All right, that I really think is everything. So I hope that you are having a great time in the course. I know that I am, and I'm looking forward to reading. Well, I've already been reading through several of your essays, but really reading through and grading your first essays. A lot of students want to know when they can expect to get their papers back. As I say in the syllabus, 2 weeks is the maximum that I take, and I grade them in the order that I receive them. So the sooner you turn them in, the sooner you're bound to get feedback. I will probably start grading right away. So just turn turn them in. Let me know if you have any questions, and great work, everybody. Thank you.